Before you judge what happened in Loudun, understand this. This was a town where God was feared more than death, and silence was more dangerous than sin. If you stood in Loudun in the year 1632, you would smell incense before you saw the church. The air itself felt heavy, not with holiness, but with expectation. Bells rang with mechanical obedience, summoning the faithful not out of love, but obligation. Every street seemed to bend toward the towering walls of the Ursuline Convent, where young women lived lives sealed away from the world. Behind those stone walls, something was already wrong, but no one dared say it out loud. France in the 17th century was not ruled only by kings. It was ruled by the church, by confessionals, by whispers exchanged in candlelit corners. A single accusation could destroy a family. A single rumor could rewrite history. And Loudun was full of rumors. The Ursuline Convent. The Ursuline nuns were meant to live lives of obedience, silence, and purity. Many of them were not there by choice. Families sent daughters to convents to avoid dowries, scandals, or inconvenient personalities. Some girls entered at 12, others younger. They prayed, they scrubbed floors, they slept in narrow beds under cold stone ceilings. And at night, some of them stopped sleeping. It began quietly. A novice nun, barely 16, complained of dreams, not nightmares, something worse. She claimed that a man stood at the foot of her bed, tall, dressed in black, his face always blurred, as if her mind refused to remember it. He spoke without moving his lips. At first, the Mother Superior dismissed it as hysteria. Girls had weak minds, she said. The devil preyed on imagination. But the dreams did not stop. They spread. Soon, another nun claimed she felt hands pressing against her chest while she slept. Another said she woke with bruises she could not explain. Prayers no longer brought comfort. Confession brought no relief. And then came the screams. The first possession. One night during evening prayers, Sister Jeanne des Anges, the Mother Superior, collapsed. Her body arched unnaturally. Her fingers clawed into the stone floor. From her mouth came sounds no human throat should make, guttural, broken, layered, as if multiple voices spoke at once. The other nuns froze. Then Jeanne screamed words no nun should ever speak inside a church. Obscenities, blasphemies, accusations. She shouted that a priest had entered her room at night, that he had promised her power, that he had marked her soul. When she finally went still, the silence was worse than the screaming. The church was informed immediately. And this is where history tells you the story becomes religious hysteria, but that is not the truth. Father Urbain Grandier. Father Urbain Grandier was handsome, intelligent, charismatic, and deeply disliked. He was a priest in Loudun who openly criticized the church's authority. He mocked celibacy. He made enemies among powerful men. Worse, he was rumored to be favored by women, including nuns. In a town obsessed with moral purity, that alone was a crime. When Sister Jeanne spoke his name, the town found its villain. Convenient villains are dangerous things. Exorcism as entertainment. The church declared the nuns possessed. Public exorcisms were ordered. People traveled from neighboring towns to watch. The church filled with spectators. Soldiers guarded the doors. Priests shouted Latin prayers while nuns convulsed on the floor. And here's the part history rarely emphasizes. The nuns performed on command. When priests demanded signs, they delivered. When crowds wanted spectacle, they screamed louder. When Father Urbain Grandier's name was mentioned, their bodies reacted violently. Was it possession or something else? Some nuns claimed demons spoke through them. Others described memories that were not theirs. Some began revealing secrets about townspeople, secrets later proven true. That terrified everyone. What the records don't say. Official records describe mass hysteria. Private letters tell a different story. Hidden correspondence between church officials reveals pressure, interrogations conducted at night, threats disguised as prayers, isolation used as punishment. Some nuns who stopped showing symptoms were punished. Others disappeared. Their names were scratched from convent records, their cells sealed, their existence erased. And Sister Jeanne? She became the loudest voice accusing Grandier and the most rewarded. The first death. Father Urbain Grandier was arrested, accused of witchcraft, of making pacts with demons, of corrupting holy women. No physical evidence was ever produced, but in 1634, after months of public humiliation and secret torture, he was burned alive. As the flames rose, witnesses claimed he screamed not in fear, but in rage. He died proclaiming his innocence. And that should have been the end, but it wasn't, because even after his death, the nuns did not recover. Some screamed louder, some went silent, some vanished. And Loudun learned too late that killing one man does not stop a truth already buried alive. Church records say the possessions ended shortly after Grandier's execution, but a sealed letter discovered centuries later says something else entirely. The priest is dead, the voices remain, and now they are angry.